So in my previous video I made about the RTX 3050, I had a lot of questions after the fact about whether or not they should buy the 3050 or whether they're able to get one, or questions along those lines. So I just want to kind of make a video to help answer some of those questions for you guys. Now, when I made a video, obviously I was a little upset with them announcing a 3050 card. I'm actually very excited that they came out with a new budget card. This allows a lot more people to get their hands on the newer cards and have new technology in their PCs. So today I just wanted to kind of give you guys some tips on how you can possibly purchase a 3050, or if you want to get a 3050, whether you should or not. So one thing I want to say right off the start is you should wait until you see benchmarks for the 3050 before you decide to buy a new card or whether to sell your current card. A lot of people are asking me, should I sell my current card in order to get a 3050? Now I'm going to answer straight up, no, you shouldn't, because of how hard it is to get a card in this market. You don't know what availability is truly going to be like once the cards go live. So I would just say wait and see what the card availability is. With every other 30 series card launch, the cards have been gone within minutes, if not seconds. So just keep that in mind, that if you're trying to buy a card, it's going to be extremely tough. Now, I would say if you're going to sell your card, just know that there's a chance you won't be getting a new one and you're going to be without a PC for a while. So just keep that in mind. So who should be trying to get a new graphics card? I would say anyone with like a 1050, 1060, 1650 or older. Highly recommend you guys try to get one. If you feel like you're having a hard time struggling with your games and your FPS and your current card, definitely looking to getting a new card. If you're trying to get a graphics card, if you have those, 1050, 1060 again, I would just maybe try to get one then. A lot of people are really having a hard time running newer games, unfortunately. So why I would recommend you trying to get a 3050 if you do have one of those cards is because you're able to do things such as run DLSS, which is amazing, by the way. If you haven't played on a new card and you haven't seen what DLSS can do, it's pretty incredible. The performance increase it can give you. It can allow you to use ray tracing while still getting decent amount of frames. Now I know some games are poorly optimized, like Cyberpunk was really tough to run games on. Even with DLSS, you still struggle to get high FPS. So I would just recommend that if you want to get a new graphics card, you're having a hard time struggling on your old card, definitely look into getting one, because DLSS 2.0 is really a nice feature to have for graphics cards. Now some people may ask, how do I get this graphics card? What's the best way to get a graphics card? And I have 3 recommendations that I was giving in the comments of the last video. One, I would enter the EVGA queue. Now if you don't know, EVGA has a queue in their website where you add it and you basically get in a queue, and then when they have card availability, you have, I believe, like 20 hours to buy a card. They just increased it. It used to be 8 hours, I believe, but they just increased it. So you get in the queue and then they send you an email when you're able to buy it. You have a certain window and then you go in and buy the card. The other way is a Newegg Shuffle. Now my one gripe about Newegg Shuffle is they do make you bundle a lot of the time. I don't know if they'll do it for initial launches, but for the most part they do tend to bundle a lot, so you will have to pay a little extra, but you typically get like a power supply or a motherboard out of it as well. And then the third option, which is obviously I know not for everybody because not everyone has this available to them, but Micro Center. I have a Micro Center about 20 minutes from me. That's how I got my RTX 3080 Ti. Micro Center seems to have decent availability in stock for the most part. I live 20 minutes from Micro Center and they do have availability fairly often, especially in AMD cards. So if you're trying to get a graphics card and you live close to a Micro Center, highly recommend going to one of them during the week and then just seeing what they have. I definitely would recommend doing that. Those are your 3 best options, to be honest. I know they're not the greatest. I wish you can just go to Best Buy's website or Newegg or wherever you shop online and just buy a card outright without having to worry about scalping prices. Unfortunately, I think the 3050 is going to be just as vulnerable to those prices as well, but just hopefully you guys that are trying to get cards are able to get one. If you are having a hard time getting an RTX 3050, you may want to look into getting AMD's new budget card as well, the 6500 XT, and it will be $50 cheaper, so it'll be starting at $200. So hopefully if you guys aren't in the market for a new graphics card, you can also look at the AMD 6500 XT as well. So that's going to do it for today's video. I want to say thank you so much for all the support I've had on the last video and all the last couple videos. Actually, it really means a lot to me. We're growing and it's really happy. So if you guys do like this video, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in another one. Bye.